But if you close your eyes.
If there is one rule of thumb in creating exhibits, it's do not overwhelm your audience with too many numbers. When too many numbers are shown in one exhibit, your audience won't even know where to look. Let's use our pivot from earlier in the course as an example. What we have here are 3 rows, 1 per year, with the monthly average losses. When you first look at this table, your eyes aren't sure where to go. You would have to take time to observe how the average loss changes by month and year over year, and this will only frustrate your audience. You shouldn't make your audience work for the conclusions you want them to walk away with. You should present them. A handy trick to use whenever you need to show a lot of numbers, like in our pivot, is conditional formatting. This is a helpful option Excel has that is easy to use. You select the cells you want to apply the conditional formatting to, go to the Home ribbon, and click on the Conditional Formatting drop-down. Since we're trying to spot a trend of an increase or decrease in average loss, we're going to use one of the color scales. We'll use the red to green option for 2 reasons. First, green universally signals good and red signals bad, so it will be easier to draw observations with this color selection. And second, we want red to be used for the higher average losses because average losses are typically not a good thing. Now that we've added the conditional formatting to the pivot table, it is much easier to read. You can quickly conclude that average losses were good in 2013, got worse in 2014, and then continued to get worse in 2015. And this is because of the changes in the color pattern. Adding conditional formatting to your exhibits won't take long to do, but it will dramatically impact the first impression your audience has of your presentation. The last topic we're going to talk about in this section is keeping your visuals clear and consistent. When you know what you want your audience to conclude from your presentation, it's important not to distract from your goal with busy exhibits. In this case, less is more. Pick what you want your audience to focus in on and let that be the focal point of your exhibit with nothing else competing for the spotlight. For example, if you're going to use conditional formatting in your exhibit, don't add a colored title and background into the mix. Let the conditional formatting be the focal point. Try, where it makes sense, to keep your visuals consistent. If you have multiple graphs that are showing similar metrics, keep the graph type and colors the same. No need to include all the colors of the rainbow. This will keep your visual from looking unprofessional. I specifically say to only do this where it makes sense because you need to use your best judgment. If you have multiple graphs that are best presented in different ways, this is okay too. As long as you keep the visual clean and have a solid reasoning behind your decisions, the exhibits will work towards your benefit during the presentation.
But if you close your eyes.